and I'll tell you another quick story. There was a gentleman who he was having nightmares, and they were very realistic. And he decided finally he had to go to seek some professional help for these nightmares. So he went to see a psychiatrist, and the doctor said, tell me what the trouble is. He said, doctor, he said, I can't stand it. He said, I don't get any sleep. He said, what's wrong? He said, all night, he said, I wake up and I think there's a monster under my bed. I can't get out of my mind that there's a monster under the bed. So the only way I can deal with it is to climb under the bed and look for him. And then when I do that, I think the monster's after getting on top of the bed. So I got to climb up on top of the bed and look for him up there. And then I think he's back under the bed. I get down under the bed, on top of the bed, under the bed, on top of the bed. So I'm at that all night. I just can't sleep. And the doctor said, my friend, he said, what you have is a complex neurosis. He said, but fortunately, I am a highly trained professional. I've got a degree from Harvard and years of clinical experience. I can cure this for you. And he said, that's the good news. He said, what's the bad news, doctor? He said, the bad news, he said, you're going to have to come see me at least once a month for once a week for 6 months. He said, it's going to cost you $1,000 a session. So it's going to be very expensive. And the man says, doctor, I really want to be cured, but that's a lot of money. So I better go home and talk to the wife. And the doctor says, you go talk to her and come back and see me tomorrow. So the man goes away, comes back the next day. He said, doctor, you can forget about it. He said, I'm completely cured. The wife cured me for free. Now the doctor is kind of like, he said, is your wife trained at Harvard? The man says, no, sir, she's not. He said, she never seen Harvard. He said, does she have all this years and years of clinical experience? He said, no, sir, no clinical experience at all. He said, she works in the fish plant. And he said, well, how do you mean to tell me that I, with all my degrees and my clinical experience, I tell you got to come see me once a week for 6 months at $1,000 a session. You mean to tell me some woman from Newfoundland working in the fish plant cured you for free? I said, how did she do that? He said, she cut the legs off the bed. Can't argue with that.